Here's the myth most of us live inside. I am a mind behind my eyes, looking out at the world. Reality is out there. I am in here. And my job is to form opinions about what I see. Clean, modern, obvious. Heidegger's first move in Being and Time is to break that picture. He says, you are not first a spectator. You are first involved. Before you think, you're already doing, coping, navigating, caring, avoiding, committing. And that's what he means by being in the world. Not that you live on a planet, obviously you do, but that you exist inside meaningful situations before you ever step back and describe it. So let's make it concrete. Same city, same streets, two completely different worlds. First, you're lost. When you're lost, the city becomes a set of objects. Signs, corners, buildings, numbers. Everything feels external. You scan, you calculate. You look for information like you're a floating observer. Even people become part of the problem. Should I ask? Will I look stupid? Can I trust the answer? Notice what's happened. Your world has thinned. It's all surfaces. And you, without meaning to, start living like the modern myth. Mind inside, world outside. Now second, you're at home in your neighborhood. At home, the city is not a pile of objects. It's a web of significance. That corner shop isn't a building. It's where you grab milk. That streetlight isn't a lamp. It's the turn before your house. You don't primarily see facts. You see invitations, routes, hazards, comforts. The world is already organized around what you're doing. This is the core. Meaning isn't painted onto a neutral world by a private mind. Meaning is already there in your practical involvement. When you're functioning, you don't relate to things as objects. You relate to them as usable as for this, for that. A door handle shows up as something to open the door, not as a metallic item with properties. And when something breaks, then it turns into an object. Then you step back. Then you become the observer. Heidegger's point is simple and sharp. The observer stance is secondary. It's a later mode, not the foundation. So here's the lens you can steal. When your life feels abstract, foggy, over-mental, map involvement. Ask 5 questions. 1. What role am I in right now? Worker, parent, friend, competitor, outsider. 2. What task am I actually trying to do? Not the story, the task. 3. What are the stakes? What would failure cost me? Status, time, security, belonging? 4. Who else is in this world with me, and what do they expect? 5. What tools and constraints shape this money, time, phone, deadlines, social norms? Because the same room becomes a different world depending on stakes. A meeting can be solving a problem, or it can become don't look incompetent. And once the world becomes don't look incompetent, your whole perception changes, what you notice, what you say, what you avoid. This is why arguing purely in your head often fails. You try to fix a lived situation with more inner commentary. Heidegger's move is, return to the world because that's where the meaning is actually happening. Micro-practice for the next 24 hours. Pick one moment you felt detached. Doom scrolling, a tense text, an awkward conversation, a decision you can't make. Do a 60-second involvement map. Role, task, stakes, others, tools. Then make one worldly move. Change the task, set a boundary, switch off the tool, ask the direct question, take the walk, write the first line. One move that changes the world you're in. You're not a mind looking out at life. You're a life already in motion, already entangled in meaning. Question: where are you living like a spectator today when you could be back inside your own world? Subscribe for more content from Truth Through Texts.